And we are live. Hey everyone, hope you all are doing well. If you don't know me, my name is Ishaan and welcome to the video and welcome to the channel if this is your first one. I talk about self-improvement because I've been on that journey for about 6 years now. Though I feel like I'm still a beginner and I'm learning, I still have so much to learn. The more I learn, the more I realize that I have to keep digging more into myself and figuring more about my life and hopefully give you insight on things that you can do to figure out your own path. I don't want you to follow in my footsteps or do the things that I do exactly, but take some things and some features, try out, see what works for you, what doesn't, and stick with what does work for you. And with time, I promise you that you'll also find your path. I started off journaling in 2018 in high school as a senior because I felt this internal void. And since then, I mean, it's been a long journey, high school, college, from college to going to a full-time job in the industry working in healthcare tech, and then now transitioning back to a PhD program to actually pursue my passion for space sciences. Yeah, it's been a long journey. And when I first started, I was so focused on self-improvement influencers on Instagram and YouTube that I was learning from, that I was like, oh no, like I need to build side hustles, I need to do this, I need to do that, I need to do exactly what they're doing. But somewhere along the way, the shift finally happened where I was like, no, I don't need to follow exactly what they're doing. They're doing what they are passionate about, they're doing what they love, and I need to keep following what I love, but still employ the self improvement habits to that realm. Yeah, brief intro. Dude, because last two videos I posted, I've gotten like 50 plus views, which is insane because I remember the days when I would post videos, I'd get like less than 10 views. So I, I'm just shook and glad that, people are watching the video. I hope people also, I hope you're finding the content helpful in some way. Videos are unedited, not scripted. I think about maybe some things that I want to say, but honestly, by the time I get to recording the video, they leave my mind, and you'll probably see that in the previous videos. What I was thinking about today though is the past week, the past couple weeks, my work has been not that great, and that's because I've just been very distracted. My attention span has been really low. I can't focus as well, and a lot of it is a result of, well, for me, social media. My usage has gone up, and those brain rot fucking videos and shit, bro. Like the algorithm gets you, and I have these phases where I do really, really good with not spending time on social media like that. But then there's also phases like these where I do really, really bad and I fall off, and then I am spending more time on social media. And I would never hide that because this is what I'm saying. There's a whole point of my channel. Like, I want you to have an insight into my life and what really goes on. So hopefully you can also pick up some of the good things that I do as well. And also realize, life has a duality. Sometimes you will be good, sometimes things will be bad. And the challenge is to not let the external reality affect you internally to worsen your inner self or your inner feelings. Because someone who's able to master and control their inner emotions and self, regardless of what's going on in the outside world, it's a powerful person, bro. And that's who I aspire to be. I'm still learning, I'm still growing. Like, I do good in a lot of places, but I still fall short in a lot of places. So I'm still learning and I'm figuring out, okay, like, how can I keep improving? How can I keep getting better? But the topic I really wanted to hit on this video was being in the moment and being fully present. Because that's not something that I've been doing the past couple of weeks, which is why my work is also affected. I came to this realization today earlier when I restarted journaling, restarted meditations, and one of the biggest things that actually I've realized that I haven't done in a long time, but it helped my attention span so much, was reading. I read for my work stuff, but I also realize, like, I need to read books on the side, because if I don't do that, I'm realizing, like, I read 10 pages, maybe 12 pages today of Becoming Supernatural by Joe Dispenza. Swear by that book, by the way. It's amazing. I'm rereading it. I I couldn't even get through 10 pages without having thoughts about other things. And that's crazy. It kills me because I want to read the book. I genuinely want to read the book. And I have to sit there and I'm reading pages and I'm like, wow, this is really cool information and I really want to employ it. And then all of a sudden my mind's going to be like, oh, this is what you have to do for work tomorrow. Oh, this is what's coming up later today. Oh, this is what you have to do next week. Breathe, motherfucker. Breathe. Take a fucking breath. The past doesn't even exist anymore. The only place it exists is in your mind and in your body, the way you store it. But apart from that, you can never visit the past. So it really is non existent. And it's just in whatever you made up in your mind and whatever you store in your body overall. The future, it's not even here. And it's in constant flux. You don't know what's gonna happen. You genuinely don't. So why are you worried about it? Why are you worried about what you have to do tomorrow, bro? Be worried about what you're doing right now. And when I say you, I really mean me, because another thing, these videos are mostly meant, a big part of the videos is meant for me to reflect on my thoughts, and speaking things out loud helps me introspect more and make certain realizations, but then also gives you a path into my life and see some of the intimate conversations I have with myself. And here, wait, hold on. So, this is the book, Becoming Supernatural. I read it over the summer, swear by it, absolutely swear by it. Amazing book. And dude, when I was reading this book, I was meditating like 2 or 3 times a day. I was fucking killing it. And I felt my vibrations so differently, it was insane. It was fucking insane. And reading this book, the chapter is named The Present Moment, and that's when it hit me that I haven't been following this in my life very recently. I was for a good period of time, but somewhere along the way, I just got too mixed up in the outside stuff that I did start neglecting and ignoring parts of my inner self. Natural way of life, it happens because you get busy with other stuff and you want to give those things time and energy. And the thing is, dude, I have to be patient with myself. Sometimes I'm not, because I just moved to a new state less than 3 months ago, away from my family, away from my friends, didn't know anyone, starting school again, so getting back in a routine of classes, doing research work, all those things, setting up the new place. It's a lot, and I'm just one person here, and I have to do all of these things by myself, which I'm not complaining, by the way. This is an absolute fucking privilege to have this kind of lifestyle that I do, and I have absolutely no complaints. But I do want to acknowledge that in these periods that I work really hard, and that's one of my favorite things about myself. But I also need to balance that with patience and kindness to myself a little bit more, because I tend to give myself more of the tough love sometimes. Though I will say, duality of life, that's also very necessary from time to time. Where there were certain parts that really resonated with me, and I'll read you a small blurb, and then I'll give you a thing about how it related to my life. Yeah, sorry y'all, I didn't actually do the markings and stuff, so I don't know where it is, so I have to quickly check. I'm going to skip some parts, and then I'll just put up blurbs. If the familiar emotions influence the choices you are going to make that day, the behaviors you're going to exhibit, or the experiences you're going to create for yourself, then you're going to appear predictable, and your life is going to stay the same. Now, let's say after you wake up, you turn off your alarm, and as you lie there in bed, you check your Facebook, your Instagram, your WhatsApp, Twitter, text, emails, and then the news. Now you're really remembering who you are as you reaffirm your personality and connect to your past, present reality. So in a way, you're reaffirming who you were yesterday, who you've been recently, and you're living the same life. Then you go to the bathroom, you use the toilet, brush your teeth, take a shower, get dressed, and then head for the kitchen. You drink some coffee and eat breakfast. Maybe you watch the news or check your email again. It's the same routine you follow every day. And bro, this is so fucking true in my life right now. Like, that is what I do. I wake up, I check my emails, I put my phone down, I'll go to the bathroom, I'll brush my teeth, I take a shower, I come down, prepare my lunch and stuff, and prepare my coffee or any other caffeine source, and then I go to work. I drive, and I take the same route every day. Oh, here it comes. Then you drive to work using the same old route, and when you get there, you interact with the same coworkers you saw the day before. You spend your day performing pretty much the same duties you performed yesterday. You might even react to the same challenges at work with the same emotions. I'm gonna skip some parts. If you keep doing the same routines over and over again, they will become a habit. A habit is a redundant set of automatic, unconscious thoughts, behaviors, and emotions that you acquire through frequent repetitions. Basically, it means your body is now on autopilot, running a series of programs, and over time, your body becomes the mind. You've done this routine so many times that your body automatically knows how to do certain things better than your brain or conscious mind. You just switch on the autopilot and go unconscious, which means you'll wake up the next morning and essentially do the same things all over again. And you're living the same life every single day. Over time, you've created a set of hardwired neurological networks in the brain, and you have emotionally conditioned your body to live in the past, and then that past becomes your future through repetition. And this part really hit me hard because, dude, the book also points out later that you have to make time for the unknown. You have to make space to just exist and not follow routines and habits like to the T. Because that's where the magic occurs. That's where thoughts flow in. That's where your creativity juices flow in. If you schedule every single thing to the dot, and you really follow it, you're just doing the same thing over and over again, bro. That shit is boring. And that's one of the things that I learned from self-improvement YouTubers. That you have to have good habits and routines. That you have to do these things. You have to have a morning routine. You have to do this and that. No. I'm not gonna live my life that way anymore. Yes, there's certain things that I will have routines for, but I will also be very mindful from here on out that I make time to exist. I make time for the unknown. And the way to do that is by being present. Because bro, let me tell you, when I take a fucking shower, I'm not thinking about the shower. My brain is thinking about, oh, when I go downstairs in the kitchen, this is what I have to do, this is what I have to prepare, this is what I have to wash, this is what I have to pack for the school. Just living anywhere else but the present. And it's embarrassing to say this out loud and actually put it out on social media, because people are gonna see this. You're seeing this right now. And now you know that I have these things in my mind that I wish I didn't. But now that I recognize it, it's time to work on it. If there's anything that you can take away from this video, I'll leave you with this. Tomorrow, when you wake up, don't check your phone the first thing. Just turn off your alarm and put your phone down. Get out of bed and do 3 to 5 gratitudes. Say things that you're grateful for out loud. I'm gonna do the same, which is why I'm saying this. Because if our regular routines that are not the best for us can become habits, then that means the opposite is also true. If we can tune into our frequency of gratitude, love, and abundance, which is also what the book says, and we can make that a routine and a neurological habit, then that means that's going to be our unconscious behavior. So when we go on autopilot, that's what we're going to radiate and emanate into the world. And that's the vibration that we want to be on. And the way to do that is by being in the present. So wake up, say what you're grateful for, then go about your day like you do. And if you want to take it a step further, during the day, make some time to just exist. Don't do anything, just take a seat, drink your water, feel the coldness or the warmness of the water hitting your throat and going down into your stomach. Feel the glass in your hand. Look around, see, observe what you see. hear any sounds that are around you. One of the misconceptions that I've had for the longest time was that meditations need to be with eyes closed, but no, that's just the beginning. That's just the beginning to tune out the senses so you can tune in with your inner self. But the real test is, or the real thing is, when you take those learnings and you can still sustain the same kind of focus with your eyes open. And I think that's not something I've mastered yet. That's not something I've even like tapped into, maybe very slightly once, but barely. And I think that's my next. That's what I want to work towards. I genuinely think that's where the magic is gonna live too. But yeah, try those two things. Be practice some gratitude in the morning when you wake up, and make some time to just exist, just sit and not do anything. And of course, I'm gonna do the same. Anyways, we have been 16 minutes in, bro. If you're still watching, listening, I appreciate you so much. Thank you for tuning in. In fact, let me know in the comments below if anything resonated with you particularly, and what are some of the gratitudes that popped into your mind when I was talking about the gratitude practice. Anyways, I'll catch you all in the next one.